Welcome to ACD Combatives, your combatives and control tactics channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. A weird request. I'm still not 100% sure it's real, but it came from an officer from another agency that I have worked with in the past.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen the movie No Country for Old Men?
I've seen the title, but I never watched it.
Yeah, in the beginning of the movie, a deputy is the guy slips his cuffs to his front and then gets behind him and kills him with the cuffs. And I was like, yeah, that could happen. But in the movie, the problem with how it happened in the movie is the deputy's talking on the phone at a desk and the guy's sitting behind him against the wall, and he's talking to the deputy, and then the audience can see that he slips his cuffs and he starts slowly, quietly walking behind the deputy. So all that would have been avoided if he had good officer safety skills. First of all, why would he be just sitting there? You'd put him in a cell, and that way it wouldn't matter if he slipped his cuffs or not. And why would you have your back to the person that you arrested? I thought instead of cuffs, although we might demonstrate it, these are training cuffs so that you can just open them, and I'd have you behind me choking. And I can also explain why it worked in the movie and what he could have easily done to defend himself, and what little things the bad guy could have done so it was not defendable. But instead of a pair of handcuffs, what's more realistic to me, and this is why, because I've had people ask me, well, why don't you wear a radio mic? I said you can get Bluetooth, so you can have a cordless mic. But a lot of times you've got your radio mic attached, and somebody could easily, grab your mic and use it against you, and that's why I don't carry a radio mic. I'll have you get behind me on the ground. Now, in the movie, he was sitting in a chair, and he pulls him off the chair. We'll just assume that happened because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying. In the movie, it was just like this. His legs were beside the deputy. And go ahead and pull back.
Okay.
And lay down. And then and in the movie the deputy was wearing cowboy boots and he was flailing and stuff like this and marking the shit out of the floor.
Yeah.
So rule number one, wear appropriate foot gear when you're in law enforcement. And don't wear cowboy boots.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and and the bad guy didn't have his hooks in, and we'll address that in a second. So I would come up to the hands and support the hands.
A little tighter?
Yeah, go ahead and get it tighter. I will grab the hands, and because you don't have your hooks in, I would just slide across like this and then start choking you, going for your eyes. We'll go to this side so we can see it. So if you can, and I love to address this as it is, you should not be ever in condition white. So, as I'm sitting down and something comes over my head,
Immediately.
I should be like, oh shit,
Yep.
But that didn't happen in the movie.
Okay.
So, like any other scenario, if they get this far, there's a 50-50 chance you're going to die that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? There's only so many tricks in the book.
True.
So you start tightening it up and lay down. So I need to see if I can get my hands in. If I can't, I've got to secure your hands, and I have to pop up into here. I would go for the eyes, which would hopefully want you to defend it. So then I reverse the situation. It doesn't really matter where I go from there.
Yeah.
Now, let's change one little aspect about it. You get the choke. Now, in this situation, it actually makes it a little easier for me. Because you have the rope or the cord.
And I'm pulling upward and I'm pulling down.
You're trying to crush my throat. With the cuffs, I can use the Krav Maga plucking concept.
Yep.
And free. Go ahead and obviously I don't want to die today, so
But-
do a little bit more, but
Okay.
give me something to work with.
All right. Like that?
Yeah,
Do
go
you feel
ahead.
that?
A little more. Yeah, so I can defend myself, and then I can get my butt in the air. Now I'm on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
I could get my pistol out and bam, because you just I'm going to go to the hospital regardless because you were literally crushing my throat.
Yeah,
So
well,
chances are I would live through that. But let's change one aspect of this. Let's say you're a bad guy with some MMA training.
Oh, okay. Let's go doing it.
Now get your hooks in.
Oh, this is serious.
Now I'm in a serious world of hurt.
Yeah.
I would still use the plucking motion, and then I still have to get my butt to the floor somehow. So I'm going to actually turn my head to look at you.
Yep.
So I'm getting you off my windpipe. And then I've got to somehow slide, and you're going to try to take a mount position at this point, and I've got to block it and protect myself. Go ahead and try to mount me. But, I mean, you're not trying. Yeah. Now I have to. Same difference at this point. I'll go for the eyes. I'll rip your ear off. And because your hands are connected, it's not like you can let go at that point.
Yeah.
But you're still going to be flailing. So is that a realistic escape?
Yeah.
Yes. But I think there's still going to be some damage to my throat.
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably be fine in the long run. I don't know. But let's be realistic. If somebody puts me in a position like that, it all could have been avoided, like everything I talked about before. Good officer safety skills, good observation skills, following policy, putting him in a cell. Did he even pat him down before arrest? Post arrest? I don't know. It doesn't matter because he slipped his cuffs. And yes, I've actually seen people do that. And I've had people say, well, what if he gets you in a full naked choke? Dude, if you are in a full naked choke, you're screwed.
You're screwed.
Yeah, because if I get this, even if and I know what I'm doing, and I hip bump, and I bring this down on my knees, yeah, you're in a world of hurt.
I think I was supposed to turn my head the other way because I'm trying to turn my.
Yeah, but what are you going to do when he gets a full? I mean, hopefully you never let it get that far.
Yeah.
Your awareness is enough where the arms are coming over your head and you're like, oh shit, what's going on? You know what I mean? So when you see it on the internet, like how to escape a full naked choke, every jiu-jitsu and MMA instructor I've ever trained with, and Krav instructors, yes, I'm going to show you concepts and how to get out of it. Don't let it get that far.
Don't let it sink.
The shoulder throw, and I'll do this here, step out of the way in case you do go over it. I'm going to, before you can flex me back, I have to give you my butt. Go ahead and put the choke on.
Okay.
And I've got to step down, and as I step down, I throw you. Yeah, and I tried to do it soft. I didn't want you to go straight over my head.
Okay.
Take out the legs. That's one option. Yep.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they teach this in the Army in basic training. At least they did when I was in mine. Ancient. You're defending yourself from going back. You're hitting your butt out, and doing a deep horse stance, and then rolling over whatever side the overhook is coming off. So from this side, and I like to do a little upward hop in the process to really get them over. That's one defense here. I like to, just like the one you were doing,
Yep.
and then I come in and slide you down my leg. Or you do it.
Okay.
I step in, and I go down with you, and I turn it into a side control. Yeah. That's one of my favorite. Another variation is I step and just bend. Then I get in the side control if I have to or can. What they show in Krav a lot, and I know you've seen this, I step, hit the groin, and then come into some kind of takedown. I'll come in here, bam, and then I put my leg on your knee, and then I just.
Oh yeah, I know that. Ah yeah, you showed us that.
That's exactly what you did. Boom, and I'm putting my hand up on your head.
Yeah.
I cup your groin,
Oop.
and then I come up.
Yep.
I'm trying to be easy on you because there's no reason for us to hurt each other.
That's right. Thank you.
But
Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out.